Hey guys, Juti here, and it's time to look at Lee's 2.02 changes. Is he fixed or not? Let's have a look, shall we? So the first move on the list is back 33. If you guys remember, at the beginning of Season 2 this got nerfed so that the first hit does 9 damage and the second hit also does 9 damage. This has somewhat been buffed in that the second hit now does 12 damage. And in addition to that, what they've done is that they've adjusted the distance to the opponent on the first hit so that the follow-up second hit is lesser likely to whiff, because sometimes that would happen. That's a buff overall, but my 2 cents about the matter is the damage increase is welcome, but I believe the issue with this move, which other people who don't play Lee have, is that it's spammable as hell. And I honestly don't think it's very elegant in quotation marks from Lee players to keep spamming this move, so we should do something against that. And that is either after the move successfully connects, then the opponent is pushed further, because if Lee goes into misstep after this, he's +4. So either that solution, or he just doesn't have that frame advantage. He goes in neutral or something, so that there's more counterplay with that move. Yeah, next up is back 4. Back 4 received a damage buff, so they reverted back the damage from 17 down to 20. But honestly, this is a counter hit, so launching moves you actually fish for counter hits doesn't really make too much of a difference, to me at least. And then we all got excited because we saw Wild Rising 2-3 on the list, but honestly, it's still tornadoes directly, and the buff pertains to the frame rate on block. So it was -14 on block, and now it's slightly safer at -13. Honestly, I'm not going to be one of the people who say that the Season 2 change was a nerf. I actually think overall it was a buff, but it robbed Lee players of the decisions they could make. Do I settle for less damage by just going for the guaranteed follow-up of forward 3? Or do I want to carry the opponent into the wall by doing Heat Burst and extending the combo? Or do I extend the combo because I'm nearing the end of the match and I want to close out the match? But now we don't have those choices anymore, and I think that's actually what's annoying a lot of people. I digress, let's continue. So his Heat Smash has been buffed. What's happened is that it now does more damage than 40. Previously it did 37. And just like with the trend in this patch, if the first hit of the Heat Smash whiffs, the follow-ups don't track. So it's kind of a nerf, but it's an overall thing. 1-2-2-3 got some consistency fixes. So what they've done is, for one, they've kind of either fixed stuff or enlarged hitboxes. So for instance, the third hit had its hitbox enlarged to, of course, make sure that certain whiffing midway through the string, which would sometimes occur, is no longer the case. And what they've also done is that they've reduced the distance when the second hit connects, so that of course the follow-ups don't also whiff. And yeah, they've also done this for the short version 2-2-3, so that now that these changes pertain then to the first and the second hit in that string. Next fix pertains to his down 1+2 out of heat, so one of the new heat moves he got with Season 2, and that is, in certain instances, if the opponent would block this move, they could earlier go into a ducking state and avoid highs from Lee than actually intended. It's not really a buff or so, it's just a fix. It doesn't really change much in my opinion. And the last thing is also a fix whilst crouching. From a crouching state, if you jump, then they've kind of fixed something with this transitioning into the jump. It's just a fix, don't think too much about it. And that about wraps it up for Lee's changes with the 2.02 patch. As per usual, thank you for watching the video, and let me know in the comment section what kind of changes you would like to see. At least my own 2 cents, because I play this character as well, or at least I used to main him prior to Season 2. I mean, yeah, the fixes, consistency fixes to 1-2-2-3 and 2-2-3 are kind of welcome, but in the grand scope of things, they actually don't really change much. What we should have seen is them reverting the changes to forward 4 and down 2. And if you didn't know what that change was, is that they kind of nerfed the evasion on those 2 moves. That's what they should have done, because don't think these moves were spammable or really OP or something. They kind of just belonged to how Lee was played. You had to time these moves well and anticipate what your opponent was doing. I also think they should have reverted the input change to blazing kick, or at least given us both options, because it's not like the old input has now a new purpose for a new move. It's not the case. But I digress. After all, I have to finish this video. Thanks once again for watching till the end. This is your boy Julie T, and of course I'll see you on the next one.